What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. And today, we're going to be going into the snake room and looking at some, I think, snakes that I just happen to like. Because we're doing, Mondays are always cleaning day, and then Tuesdays we feed. So, we'll be taking a look at some snakes maybe that you've never seen, maybe haven't shown off in a while. Some snakes that maybe you have seen, and we want to see how they've matured. And of course, I want to try to feed the albino water monitors. You never know, we might have some interactions with them, hopefully, if they're feeling up to it. And we got to give the Croc monitors some water and some food as well. So, busy day here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? I'm whispering here because we are at the entrance to my albino water monitor enclosure. And I have my guy here. He's kind of came right out. He's like perched on my hand right here. We're rubbing him. I think he likes Pablo better than me, actually. He usually runs away from me, but right now he's being really, really nice. Look at those beautiful red eyes he's got. Pablo, this guy's put on a lot of size, right? He's got a pretty good belly on him. I just fed him scrambled eggs. He gobbled them down. His girlfriend over there, she takes a little longer. She'll wait till tonight and eat them. My small experience with monitors, Croc monitors, water monitors, seems that the males are nicer than the females. The males seem to be much more social than the females. So as Kevin McCurley would say, we're getting a nice positive thread here. A really, really good interaction with this boy. You can see how beautiful he is. He's just gorgeous. If you can get him even coming this way so you can see his face, he's getting more yellows and he's like looking really, really bright colored. Yeah. Look at him just hanging out. Look with his hands on me. That's confidence right there. This monitor is looking, he's watching me, he's very confident. If he was scared, he would have run away by now. So that's good. Everyone told me, my friend Sean O'Rourke told me, he goes, Dave, eventually they're going to just get used to you, coming in there, changing the waters for you and Pablo, and they're going to just let you handle them, I'm waiting for him one day. He's just going to come out and sit right up here like a little dragon. Right? You're going to be our dragon. If you only had wings, how cool would that be? All right. Let's go check out the Croc monitors. Let's put him back here. He doesn't want to. What's up, guys? Whoa, did you feel that? I just got a nice constriction on my neck. This is my Burmese Python here. This male we produced a number of years ago. This is an albino green granite. What did I forget? Albino, green, granite, and and Hypo. So he's a pearl, which is an albino, Hypo, green granite. So he's patternless from the green. You don't really see the granite because he's patternless. And then he's got that albino eyes, and he's a little yellow colored. His albinos get yellow as they get older, but he doesn't have any pattern. And he's choking me around the neck. And actually, as you guys know, I told you earlier, we get Florida Fish and Wildlife. We're here. We got approved for our permit, so that's really great. Everything is, copacetic here. We can have our Burms and our anacondas, and we can do our education stuff on them and showcase them. And after all, that's really what I want, right? How many Burms do you really need, right? We got 6. That's enough for now. This boy, I can't believe how big this boy got. Pop, we do not feed this boy a lot. He gets maybe an extra large rat, maybe a jumbo rat once in a while. Oh, he's strong. He's strong. I have to start working out more just to be able to handle this guy. But he's beefy, he's lean, he's not fat at all. And that's why he's so healthy. So that's what you got to do. For your Burms, don't rush them. You don't need to feed them humongous rabbits. I know it looks cool when they eat them. I know people feed them big guinea pigs and stuff, big pigs and stuff like that, fetal pigs. Take your time. They don't need to eat that much. I promise you, they'll grow anyway. These things do not stop growing. It doesn't matter how much you feed them. You know what? I noticed that we don't feed them that much, and you know what? They just, ask Pablo, they don't poop a lot. They poop a couple times, maybe once every 2 weeks, and it's not a huge big pile of poops, which I see from a lot of people's Burms or anacondas because they feed them so much food. Most of the food is just getting pooped out. It's not being used. So There's no reason. These snakes grow no matter what, and they will get big. If you want a big snake and you have a burm or a retic, you know, or an anaconda, they will get big. They don't stop growing, I'm telling you. I promise you that. You don't need to overfeed them. All right, that's my female Croc Monitor eating a chick. She didn't want a rat. I gave her a rat the other day. She wouldn't eat it. Tried to take it out. I knew she had to be hungry, so I just gave her a chick. I gave her 2 chicks actually. On tongs, she took one off, and I dropped the other one there. Let's see if she goes and grabs it. This is the one that's not so tame. The male is the one that's very tame. I'm trying to get her to understand that, hey, I'm the food source. I'm the good guy, not the bad guy. See if she grabs that other chick. She's doing some good tongue flicking now, so I guess she's in a better mood, which is always good. Let's give her a break here. Oh, I got a phone call and I missed my little girl here eating her other chick. But it looks like she ate it because she's licking her lips there and she's looking for more. I guess she likes chicken. We're gonna have to go get her maybe some chicken legs she'll eat tomorrow. I'm sure those 2 little chicks I gave her probably did nothing. It was like a little appetizer for her. All right, tomorrow we'll get her some chicken. All right, we have a beautiful carpet python, caramel albino, that decided she doesn't want to go back in this cage. So I'm filming her. Just cleaned her cage out. She's got to go into a bigger enclosure. She's really outgrown this tub. This was her baby tub. Now she's too big, so we're gonna be moving her up. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put her, but she's got some nice size in her now. Hopefully maybe she'll breed in the next year or 2. You know, carpets take a long time. You gotta be very patient with them. These females don't get up. Even the males take a longer time than you think. They don't breed. People say, oh, a year. No way. Carpet males are almost like retarded when they're little. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing. They're not like ball pythons. Ball pythons, you get them to breed at 3 months old. They just know what to do. So, love my carpets. All right, here's my holdback. Jungle Motley Hypo, or Hypo Motley Jungle, or however you want to say it. Double head VPIT positive and anery, so double head VPI snow. I wasn't gonna originally keep anything from this litter, and then I said, you know what? This female is so beautiful. I gotta keep her. She's like really nice. She's like almost lost her whole pattern. She's got like this major stripe down her. She is really, really nice. She's got some nice black eyes. She's from the Frank Martin White Walker line of VPI Snow, so that's why she's so light. And she's doing good. That's a nice size. You know, I realized I haven't shown you guys this male in quite a while, probably because he was really small. He's not happy, honestly. This is an Inca Onyx combination. I don't know if too many people have made this combination. So it's the Inca, which is incomplete dominant, and Onyx, which is incomplete dominant. We know Onyx is like a really super dwarf boa. Inca's a dwarfy too, so they're kind of small. And it's double het for Honduran T positive and Nicaraguan T positive. So we got a double het for both 2 T positive lines. I've seen the double visual, and they look almost T negative albino, which would be great because, you know, the albino gene that most people are working with in boas is a Colombian boa line, which means they get big. So if I put the Colombian albino into Inca and into Onyx, you're gonna get a bigger snake. You're not gonna keep them too small. Now there is, the snake keeper is working with a line of Central American albino that not many people have yet. I'll probably have to get into that at some point. But for now, we don't really have that. So if I can produce a double T positive, or I should say a double visual T positive, I think we can get very close to an albino looking snake with the small size. So I really love the way the Inca and the Onyx work together. It's a very nice combination. This little boy is definitely going to be plugged into the breeding program in another year or so. So I'm happy. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Looking really good. Look at that high definition patterning. All right, here's a really nice Super Onyx girl that I produced 2.5 years ago. Just goes to show you, I'll put my hand next to her so you can have a, see how small she is? This is a Super Onyx. I told you, Onyxes are super dwarf boas. They stay small, even the females. She is tiny for 2 years old. She will probably not breed till she's 4 or 5 years old. That's just the way they are, but they produce really small snakes. They stay small. Actually, I should say that the babies are really not that small when they're born, but they stay small. These are real, true dwarfs. I call them super dwarfs, but this Honduran boa line, from the Onyxes to the Hog Islands to the Honduran T positives, they just stay really tiny. And I love that about them. And they eat. This girl eats. She's a good eater, actually. She still stays small. Here's another Onyx bow. This is not a Super Onyx like the other one. This is a single copy Onyx, but it's also a T positive or Honduran T positive sun glow. So it's the Hypo gene with the Honduran T positive gene, which is a T positive albino, and then with the Onyx gene, which we know is dark. But when you take away that dark pigment with the Hypo gene and the T positive, you get this really gorgeous, really reddish beige looking snake with a light eye. And I've been growing this female up for quite a while too. She's also 2.5 years old. So I think she's actually a sister to that other girl I just showed you. And once again, tiny. You'll see my hand. She's teeny. Good eater too, but they just don't grow. They're tiny boas. If you like super dwarfish boas that look like a big Colombian boa, but just are not going to get huge, and you can keep in a this is a ball python tub. Look how small she is. She's 2.5 years old, and she eats almost every week, you know, like clockwork. But that's the genetic makeup of these things. They just do not get big, and I find it very desirable because you can put a lot of these guys in a small area, and they don't take up a lot of room. I don't need a big 4-foot cage for her. Never will. I showed you a really nice sterling I produced the other day, and this is another one of our grow-ups. This is the male holdback that I kept. I showed you the female holdback, and he's really nice. He's got a lot of red in him. This is a Russo red pastel hypo, possible super hypo actually. Sterling eliminating all the pattern, all the saddles, and the Russo red is a line bred trait, a pastel line bred trait. In boas we call pastels line bred, so that means that they're not like recessive dominant genes. They're just genes that are multiple genes that contribute to an animal's color, and it's just from line breeding animals generation after generation, choosing for certain traits. In this case it would be choosing for the reddish traits in Russo. And once again, I love these sterlings so much. Every time I produce a litter, I always hold back something. I try to produce better and better quality with more and more red, and this male is really nice. I'll show you the female. Now, as you can see with the sister, she is the reddest of the red, Russo red pastel hypo sterlings that I've ever produced. She's way redder than the male, and he's very red. She's the best I ever produced. And like I said, I've had a lot of litters of these over the last, 8 years or so, 7, 8 years. And she just happens to be the reddest one of them all. So I held her and her brother back just to continue the line. And once again, I'm continue to line breed the Russo red pastel line, because not all the babies that come out are this red. So you pick the reddest ones and you keep those back, and then hopefully we can make even redder ones. And that's the goal. So she's my holdback from this past litter. This was 2020. She's already 2.5 years old. And at some point she'll breed, and we'll keep her babies back, the reddest of the reddest. And that's how you line breed. And we'll finish off today with this beautiful Laby Fire. This is the Labyrinth gene with the Fire gene. This is also het VPIT positive, 100%. I bought this snake this past year. Very expensive purchase for me, but you know what? I really love the combination. It's one of the nicest boas I've ever seen. That fire gene works amazing with the labyrinth gene, and then to have that head VPI. Imagine what the VPI-T positive is going to look like with these other two genes. Just truly exquisite. The only thing that can make this better is IMG, I think. Right? Imagine that. Just getting a little bit more high definition out of this snake. Really, really happy with this male. I don't know if he's going to breed this year. He is a 2021, but I mean, he looks almost big enough, but we'll see. I might introduce him to some girls and see if he exhibits any breeding, tendencies. And if he wants to, if he wants to do it, he'll do it. If not, we'll save him. I'd rather actually save him until next year anyway, because the girl I want to put him with really needs another year of growing before I pair her up. So I might just wait. Sometimes even the males, a lot of times they just don't know what to do when they're very young, And it's some people will put an immature male like this in with a mature male with a female, so that they can kind of watch and see what the other male does. Not a bad idea. That's something to consider as well. The only problem is when you mix two males together, sometimes you might not see who actually becomes the father, and then it might not be the father you want. So you run that risk. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Got to see some really cool boas. We got a really nice interaction with that albino water monitor, who's really warming up to us. It seems like the males really like to interact a little more than the females. Females still a little timid. Assuming I have a pair, I don't even really know what the sexes are. I'm hoping that I have a male and a female. And as you can see, the Croc Monitors are still here, and we got to feed that female. She does not want rats. She only wants chicks. So I'm gonna try to get her maybe some, I'll get some chicken thighs or some chicken drumsticks and see if she eats those, because I think my friend Shane said she likes chicken. So we'll feed her some chicken tomorrow, because those two chicks they probably did nothing for her appetite. That they were really almost nutritionally empty calories there. It was like eating 2 M&Ms for her. So we'll get her some more food tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get her fed. I think the more we can get her to eat from the tongs and interact with us socially, the better we're going to socialize her. I hope, at least. That's what I'm hoping for. The more that she sees that we're here as a source of food for her, and we're not a predator, hopefully she'll warm up to us a little bit better and want to maybe come out like the male does. All right, guys, busy day. I'm sure you guys also, Mondays are always crazy. I'm going to go and eat a little dinner now and enjoy the rest of my day. And as you always know, I will be back tomorrow, assuming you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.